relevant. They all Zoe Kravitz half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap.
Now from a field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February, there's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
ETN once more.
There he goes left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This defense for the Jets, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Takes it to about the 37. And CD, you look at this defense, you know, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's got the connection to Moore.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
They went 3 and out on their 1st drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive 1st down plays.
We're scoreless after 1. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
The Raiders at 6-3 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a 1st down.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum. because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That pass was into the end zone, but it was tipped up in the air, and that leads to a few anxious moments. Who's going to come up with it? Defenders want that ball knocked to the ground at the worst, hopefully intercepted. In this case, you've given the chance for the offense to come by and pick it up, but instead, it ends up on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hurts to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hurts. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And taken right on the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. ETN up the middle. Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
ETN. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. One more time with ETN. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down about the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. That one into the hands of Flowers.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
That is caught. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Lawrence will throw.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On second down, Kamara. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Alvin Kamara,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it here. Here's a diving catch right side. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Etienne bringing in another one.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, and a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Prater's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 37 yards. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it. There he goes, right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that's going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play.
Go Silver, ready? Count up, Jerry. Hey!
And they'll send Watson in motion right. On first down, Hurts finding ETN here, catching it on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on. Touchdown, Jets!
Christian Watson.
37 yards.
And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
George Kittle, 61 yards.
And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try to protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And quickly out wide, this is Watson.
And he's able to take. Field before going out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, Why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
63, 63, 63.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Straight ahead, Etienne. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Hurts. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Chig Okonkwo there to make the grab. And the Jets are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Red on red.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lawrence. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Here's 1st down.
That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process. Now Lawrence. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They'd prefer to use him on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10.
Forced out to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon,